You're watching BuzzTV's The Daily News, your one-stop source for what's going on today in the 3D and entertainment industries.
Hello and welcome to BuzzTV's The Daily News. Today, Thursday, October 19th, 2006. I'm Buzz.
I'm Terry.
And before we get started with the news today, let us take a second and congratulate Mr. These Go to 11.
Bravo!
Member of 3D Buzz that contacted me in time, late yesterday. Yeah, that's right. For his $25, which was deposited into his PayPal account only moments ago. Moving into some news, starting out from the world of entertainment, Stephen King's The Mist forms.
Yeah.
Sci-Fi.com is reporting that Dimension Films will turn Stephen King's novella, The Mist, into a horror film, which Frank Darabont will direct from his own script, Variety reported. Darabont's biggest hits were the King's adaptations, I just can't speak tonight, of The Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile.
Yeah, both great movies.
Both great movies, but The Shawshank Redemption, yeah, baby.
That's a great book, too. You should check that out.
Poor Tim. He had a rough time.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman was just cool all the way.
Well, he's always cool.
But Tim got it. He gave it.
In the end of that movie, man, he
dished it back out.
Yes, he did.
Dished it back out nicely.
Good stuff. I can't wait for this movie, actually. Mist is like one of my favorite books.
I'm not familiar with the story.
Oh, I will bring you the book then, because you need to read it. It is... It's good.
All
right, moving on to gaming news. 480p a go for launch. That's right. IGN.com is reporting that a spokesperson for the company Nintendo, actually, told IGN that this morning that the Wii component cables will be available for purchase with the launch of the console in November.
Good deal.
Yeah, the cables will cost $29.99. Will only be available through online retail outlets, including Nintendo Store, Best Buy, Circuit City, and EB Games.
And in other news, the Nintendo Wii will not support high def, but you can get the cables. No, we're just kidding. For those of you that are into hot women, blood, gore, and things like that, violence, etc., Postal 3 targets the PC and the Xbox 360. IGN.com is reporting that developer Running with Scissors today announced Postal 3 for the PC and the Xbox 360. The game is due sometime in 2008. To help the new first-person shooter, Running with Scissors is employing both Valve's Source Engine and motion capture celebrity performances. The studio promises Playboy models are involved. So the first thing I was picturing is Running with Scissors is employing, and my brain kind of gets ahead, right? Is employing pissed-off postal workers to demonstrate how they handle business. Not good.
That'd actually be pretty cool. All right.
Well, it kind of works like this.
Take the ladder, woman. Take the ladder. Del Toro investigates gaming. IGN.com is reporting that both Hellboy creator Mike Mignola and Del Toro are consultants on the new project for Hellboy the video game. The game is being developed by Konami with a 2007 release planned.
I hope they do a good job.
I do too. I mean, I'm really happy that this Hellboy franchise is
taken off, and that's cool.
Because when the movie came out, it was just like people were like, I don't know what to make of this.
Yeah, but I hate when they take movies, television shows, etc., and turn them into video games and screw everything up.
Yeah, they do that a lot. Actually.
Nowadays, almost every movie that's coming out seems that it has a video game released about 3 weeks before the movie's out.
Yeah, exactly. Like when
and the video game usually sucks.
Very much so. Yeah, there's a 90% chance that the game will suck. But this is based off a comic book, so we'll have to see.
And Del Toro's involved, so hopefully it's going to...
Really good. Yeah,
I know, hopefully it's going to turn out good. Xbox Live hits 4 million users. Yeah. GameSpot.com is reporting that Xbox Live has surpassed 4 million members worldwide, just shy of its 6th iteration, which launches this fall. The service is available in like 24 different countries, and the company expects it to surpass 6 million members by the summer of 2007. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, that's right. I thought I said 6 a second ago.
Oh, yeah, this is, notice they have this fall in parentheses.
Sure.
So it's like, this fall, meaning next year. So
wow, 4 million. Not bad.
Yeah, also, that's also just normal Xbox, too, not just Xbox 360. So
gotcha.
Xbox and
But still.
Xbox. That's still impressive, very impressive.
It's not bad. Now, this next story.
Yeah. Gears of War won't turn in Germany. GameSpot.com is reporting that Microsoft has confirmed to GameSpot that Gears of War has been refused a rating in Germany. Now, normally it's not such a big a deal because, Dead Rising slipped through.
Right.
But under a new policy by Microsoft, it says presumably that it's not being rated because it's violence, of course. You've seen the game.
Sure.
So, yeah.
A little bit of blood here.
Yeah. Well, because of the new policy, Microsoft has decided not to release the game in the country as per the company's policy with unrated games. So if a country doesn't rate the game nowadays, they will not release it.
Oh,
so
man.
Germans are going to have
Ow.
to import the game if they want it. Because you remember the whole black market Wolfenstein situation, so we'll have to see what
I don't know.
goes
That's
with
just moving right along. Microsoft reveals a 100 gigabyte 360 drive at Exo 6 Korea. This is being reported over at joystick.com. While there is no mention of price for the unit, it is supposed to debut in March of 2007. 100 gigabytes.
That's
nice.
It's pretty impressive.
And for those of you that are concerned about how to get your goodies off your current Xbox 360 and over onto this new 100 gig hard drive, stay tuned because Logan will be filling you guys in later when those drives are out.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we were actually talking about methods of doing it today.
I was going to say, there wasn't much information released on them yet, but
we've already got you correct.
yeah, I was like, I cannot wait.
Not the problem.
Splinter Cell Double Agent is cheaper to import. OneUp.com is helping you guys out. It states that the Asian version of Splinter Cell is both cheaper than the North American version and just so happens to be completely region-free. Yeah, in other words, it would play perfectly in North America.
How convenient.
But get this, you're thinking, well, shipping and handling will kill me. Well, it says even with the shipping factored in, it's still about $15 cheaper than going down to your local store and buying it there.
Nice.
So,
very nice.
Yeah, just go import it.
Moving over to some tech news. Experts create invisibility cloak.
Yes.
Straight from the Harry Potter books. BBC.co.uk is reporting that a U.S.-British team of scientists have successfully tested a cloak of invisibility in the laboratory. It works. Where'd John go? Where'd he go?
Did it work or did
Where'd
he
he
die?
go?
I don't know.
We've lost John. It works by deflecting the microwaves around the object and restoring them on the other side, as if they had passed through some empty space. Yeah. Essentially, it creates an artificial image.
That's pretty cool. It's just like a mirage, if you will. Look around. Now, I think it's kind of funny here.
Strap a camera to your ass and put a screen on your chest.
I'm invisible.
Check me out.
You said invisibility cloak, and you're like Harry Potter. The first thing I thought was Predator. So it's very strange to me. Anyway, IE7 has been released.
But Potter had an invisibility cloak.
Yeah, it was called the cloak, and it is worded as cloak in here, but I don't know. I just thinking skulls ripped out of spines.
Yes.
So. IE7 has been released. CNET.com is reporting that software maker Microsoft
yes, they make
the software maker, you know, those guys, the
people.
It launched its first major update to the browser in years, offering tab browsing and security additions.
That's right, and with its release,
additions.
And with additions become addictions. That's right. Well, turning right around, we've got IE7 vulnerability discovered. Boy, that was fast. Actually, this has been discovered, but let me just go ahead and point it out. Slash.org is reporting that not 24 hours after the release of IE7, Secunia reports an Internet Explorer arbitrary content disclosure vulnerability. Say that real fast 5 times. So much for the, quote, you wanted it easier and more secure slogan found over at the Microsoft IE's website. I love that. You wanted it easier and more secure.
Yeah.
Don't use our product.
Yeah, use Mozilla. They're good. I mean, no, use IE7.
Yes, that's it.
Now, you're stating that this was something they had found earlier, right?
Yes, that's what I had heard.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it's
in the beta.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, security rivals shut out of Microsoft meeting. CNET.com is stating that Microsoft had scheduled the meeting with security companies to discuss part of the changes it has promised to make to Windows Vista in response to competitive concerns. But the conference, which used Microsoft's live meeting technology, crashed about 15 minutes after it started, and both Symantec and Microsoft were unable to log back in.
And Microsoft?
And Microsoft, yes. But it did tell them, though, when the meeting was over. So, there you go.
Wow. Oh, man. Wait, Terry, quick, give us some just-in news.
There, that's all you get.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, that's the beginning, though. That's the beginning theme song.
Then get it right.
Okay, do you want the DD news?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Second. This just in. Literally, this just in. Battery recall, games lost prompt Sony earnings warnings. Sony on Thursday cut its profit outlook by 62% because of battery recall costs and a larger loss at its game unit, missing market expectations by a wide mark and putting its recovery in doubt. The revision follows a series of setbacks for the electronics giant, including recalls of about 8 zillion. Okay, 8 million, but close enough. Sony made PC batteries by major computer makers and a delay in the European launch of its upcoming video game console, the PlayStation 3. Sony said it will set aside 51 billion yen, which is about $429.1 million USD, for costs related to the battery recalls, which it would book in the second quarter ending in September. So that has nothing, once again, to do with the punitive damages. And again, they are starting to get a little bit worried about the PS3 missing the mark by a long shot.
By a long shot.
Well, let's see if we can make things even more interesting.
Oh, God.
Once again, we've been pwned. Da-na-na. Sony clarifies some PS3 controller talk. Listen carefully, boys and girls. According to the report, the controller will have to be paired to the console via the USB cable before play. This pairing process will be required each time the console has been shut down and turned back on, or, given the rough translation, possibly every time the controller has lost power.
So unlike Microsoft, where you can just press the big button in the center and turn it on and just start playing, this one you have to actually connect the cable, turn your system on, and start playing.
Oh, but wait. It gets even better.
Well, then you can pull the cable out and it's free again, but there you go.
But it gets better. Those wondering about battery life will be happy to know that the controller is expected to get about 30 hours of playing time out of one 2.5-hour charge.
Yeah,
so far,
cool.
so good.
Rechargeable, sweet.
But the battery isn't replaceable. So, yeah. The question is, what's going to happen once the battery has gone through its entire life cycle?
Yeah.
It is not replaceable. Wow, our first console with disposable controllers? I've got to rush out and get a PS3 right now.
You know, there's a quote that it was a while back that someone stated, why didn't you put... Remember, we actually covered this on the news. Why didn't you put the rumble back in the controller?
Right.
Because that company that sued Sony saying you stole our stuff said that, okay, now that the lawsuit's over, we will help you if you want it in there. You know, and we'll even give you a discount for it. And Sony said, no, it'll be too expensive for the controllers to have it in there.
Which they came back and said, no.
No, not really.
There's two different plans
It'll
you
cost
can follow.
$5 more. And Sony said, well, it's not feasible. They found out 3 ways to do it.
Yeah, I know.
In like a day.
Yeah, I know.
And so I was wondering, why would Sony be concerned about the cost of the controllers? And there you go. If they're
because they're disposable.
Plus, it sucks if Sony uses their own battery.
While taking a quick trip down memory lane, I have to first point out that, yes, you guys can rip us apart all day long. That's only fair. Yesterday, in a rush to get news together and to also get the Walk Down 1983, we spent too much time on Jenna and M31. Yeah. They ended up taking up the slot where we were supposed to tell you guys that Return of the Jedi was released on May 25th, May 25th, 1983. So,
that's right.
Yeah, there's our little fuzzy Ewoks running around.
You bunch of dorks. Why are you even concerned?
We had Luke kicking some pretty serious butt. We had one of the best space battles ever.
True. Good sword fight, too, man.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Lobbing the thing at him. Yep. It was good stuff.
It was good stuff. So, Return of the Jedi came out in 1983 with that. Thanks a lot, M31 and Jedi. Yeah, it's like we're going to tell them about the Jedi stuff.
Way to screw up our Jedis, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move into some 1984 action. We're just kidding, of course. So, 1984, Robert Abel and Associates produced the first computer-generated 30-second commercial used for the Super Bowl. Wavefront Technologies is the first commercially available 3D software package founded by Mark Sylvester. I haven't talked to him in quite some time. Very cool guy.
Never met him.
Larry Barles and Bill Kovacs. We have Thomson Digital Image was founded, TDI.
Cool.
A Buffer, or Alpha Buffer, was introduced by Carpenter of Lucasfilm. This is a big year for Lucasfilm, and you'll see why in just a second. Distributed ray tracing was introduced by Lucasfilm. Cook shading model was introduced by Lucasfilm.
Wow.
14.5-minute computer-generated IMAX film, the Magic Egg, is shown as CGraph. Let's see, we have Universal Studios opens a CG department. We have the Cornell box. Yeah, cool. Baby. Was invented by Cohen. Radiosity is born out of Cornell University. John Lasseter joins Lucasfilm, for those of you that don't know.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who John Lasseter is, just turn the show off right now, right?
Yeah, rather important man.
Yeah, just look up Pixar. Motorola 68020 is out. The Digital Productions, Whitney and Demos get an Academy Technical Achievement Award for CGI simulation of movie picture photography.
Cool.
Lucasfilms also introduces motion blur effects. And Porter and Duff compositing algorithm is also introduced at Lucasfilm. Moving right along into some more serious computer news, or getting a little bit more down to the generic computer news. IBM's AT computer is introduced. IBM introduces its portable computer, the IBM Portable, weighing in at a light 30 pounds.
Good Lord.
SETI has found it.
Oh, nice.
All the way back in 84.
Wow.
ESS Technologies has found it. Amiga is purchased by Commodore Business Machines on August the 15th. Bill Gates is featured on the cover of Time magazine.
That's nothing to sneeze at. You know, Time magazine also featured Hitler on the cover of their magazine. So, there you go.
Dude, they also featured the PC as the man of the year.
He was the man of the year, so.
So obviously, Time magazine's quite confused.
Like, the puppy! Get the puppy!
The 3.5-inch floppy diskette is introduced and later becomes an industry standard. Dell Computer is founded May 3rd, 1984 in Austin, Texas. The now famous Apple commercial is shown during the Super Bowl. The commercial introduces the Apple Macintosh, a computer with graphical user interface, instead of needing to type commands. In 6 months, sales of the computer reached 100,000.
Because, I mean, that was a very famous commercial.
Yes, it was.
Even when I was 4 years old, 1984, I was thinking, what the hell is this? Chick threw a hammer through a TV. What does that mean?
IBM develops EGA. Microsoft introduces MS-DOS 3.0 at the IBM PC AT. And, let's see, the Microsoft MS-DOS 3.1 for networks. Also in 1984, the Tandy 1000 personal computer is introduced and becomes the best-selling IBM-compatible computer of the year.
Yeah.
Giving you guys just a little bit more than normal tonight. Keep pushing this. IBM introduces the enhanced graphics adapter. Ooh, good old EGA. Taking a step above VGA. It has higher resolution, more colors, and a quicker response than previous video cards. We also have the beginning of the greatest adventure computer gaming series is released by Sierra. King's Quest 1.
Yes.
Quest for the Crown is released to the public.
I love that game, man. And then you got Space Quest and Police Quest, and then...
I love Space Quest. That was good stuff. Cirrus is established in 1984. Cirrus Logic, those of you familiar with the video cards and all. And the ISA, or ISA, is expanded to 16-bit compatibility, or capability. Movies, we had 5 new animated feature films premiered that year. We had Rock and Rule, we had Fire and Ice, we had The Plague Dogs, we had Pogo for President, I Go Pogo, and The Smurfs and the Magic Flute.
That's just a funny thing to say to anyone. Smurfs and the Magic Flute.
So in television, there was 24 new television shows that premiered in 1984.
Yeah.
Amongst those, a few of those, The Danger Mouse, Dragon's Lair, The Incredible Hulk, The Snorks. So that was great.
Snorks are great.
Super Friends, the legendary Super Powers show. Relax, calm down.
Yeah.
Transformers.
Yeah.
Voltron, Defender of the Universe.
Too, but it's not quite Transformers.
No, it's not. So that wraps up everything that took place in 1984. Now, we've got some content that we've got to get going out to you guys tonight, so we've got a lot of work to do, so it's time for us to shut up. We'll see you back here tomorrow night, Friday. Until then, you guys all take care. We're out of here.